All right, game set a game of the week. What we got? Let's wrap it up.
Gamesthetic game of the week. Gonna be a little unorthodox this week because normally we do singular games, but in light of some news this week, uh, I'm going a little outside the box with the standard way that we do it. Gamesthetic game of the week. I'm gonna do the God of War original trilogy
There you go.
as a whole. It's just because it's topical. I had already been thinking about the games recently, and especially with the news, it's just got me excited about it. God of War, the original trilogy is the Greek, essentially the Greek storyline that got the popularity of Kratos there. The story of him essentially starting his path of revenge to finishing it out and being sent on his way to where we eventually find him in God of War 2018. It is one where in those games I will always recommend going back and playing them. I don't know how they feel in the year 2026 going back and playing the original games.
Fair.
I would still recommend doing it. And it is one where if you're a little hesitant of doing it, I would always keep them on your radar because we do have the remakes coming out. They're some of my favorite games of all time. Just because it holds a special place in my heart. I grew up playing them, and like I said, it's fun. Especially back in those days, you didn't normally like. There were games where you got to play as you got to pick how you wanted to play them. You could be the bad guy. You could do whatever. This game, it was hard to tell if you were the good guy or not because you were just an angry man slinging some chain blades around, killing everything in your path while screaming.
Yes,
and it was glorious.
A lot of screaming.
It was glorious, and I loved it. I do highly recommend them, especially if you are a fan of the newer games. Like we've mentioned multiple times today and in the past, especially with like Alex here, because I will always recommend them, especially to fans of the newer games if you haven't played the originals, because it'll give you the chance to see where the character came from and why the fans of the original games get so emotional with the new version of Kratos.
Yeah.
And why we say it's such a departure, it's such a character growth of it. So I do highly recommend going back and playing them however you can, whether it be originals or trying out the PlayStation streaming, whatever.
The PlayStation Plus premium. Premium classics catalog. It works.
Yeah, whichever way you go to find it, they are great, kind of like hack and slash, just action games, like action adventure games. A lot of fun. Highly recommend. One of my favorite characters of all time.
Shout out. And if you are like me and you've only really played the newer ones, I feel like going back can really make you help you appreciate that 2018 one a lot more. So yeah. Shout out. Game of the week, the God of War trilogy. I feel like that's already a very strong contender for the Nostalgia Award at the Gamesthetic Awards this year. But then again, Sonic 06 won last year, so who knows?
Yeah. It was one where it's like, you messaged me earlier, you're like, you want to do Gamesthetic Game of the Week? I'm like, all I'm thinking about is God of War right now.
Perfect. Hey, there's nothing wrong with doing a big one. I mean, I did, like I said, Alan Wake 2 last week, and that's a pretty damn big game.
It's one where a lot of times I try to, I try to pick my weird games and that, but you know what? Yeah. Sometimes the timing is just right.
Yeah, the timing's just right, and you just got to hit it. So I respect it. Game of the week, God of War trilogy. Shout out.